It's been a while since I've done this, but in the first installment of this series, I explained how Osamu Tezuka came to be. This time, I would like to talk about Fujio Fujiko. Fujio Fujiko is best known for Doraemon, the first national character in Japan. Doraemon is immensely popular not only in Japan but also in the Asian region. Not so much in Europe and America, it seems. Fujio Fujiko is not a single artist, but a pseudonym for two people, Hiroshi Fujimoto and Moto Abiko. They were born in 1933 in a region called Toyama, a shy and small boy who loved to draw. They were not good at sports and loved to draw, and soon became good friends. After the war, when Osamu Tezuka published his manga, they quickly became his fans. They sent Tezuka fan letters and the cartoons they had written to him. They received a handwritten postcard from Tezuka saying that he was looking forward to your future, which greatly increased their determination to become cartoonists. After graduating from high school, they both got jobs, but they could not give up their dream of becoming cartoonists, and Fujimoto invited Abiko to come to Tokyo. They decided to compete with each other and changed their pen name to Fujio Fujiko. They moved out of Tokiwaso, which Tezuka was using for his work, and came to live there. This Tokiwaso was home to many young manga artists at the time, and Fujiko grew up competing with each other there. Among them were Hiro Terada, who had a proven track record in voice manga, Fujio Akatsuka, who became famous for Osamatsu-kun and Genius Bakabon, and Shotaro Ishimori, who created Japanese hero manga such as Cyborg 009 and Masked Rider. They formed the New Manga Party, a group of young manga artists, and tried to change manga in Japan. The story of this area is detailed in Manga Michi, Abiko's autobiographical manga. In 1963, Fujiko published her first hit work, Kyutaro the Ghost. It is a gag manga about a ghost who lives in a household, and is the origin of Fujiko's manga. The manga was a hit, and when it was made into an anime, the response was even greater, and Fujiko Fujio became recognized as a gag manga artist. In the 1960s, Fujiko Fujio's works became famous, and his animated cartoons became hit after hit. In Parman, produced by Fujimoto, a dull boy transforms into Parman and fights off evil. Ninja Hitori-kun, produced by Abiko, in which ninjas stay in a family's house and cause a ruckus. Kaibutsu-kun, produced by Abiko, in which Kaibutsu-kun, the prince of Kaibutsu land, plays an active role in the human world. Umeboshi Denka, created by Fujimoto, in which the royal family of Yumi Star, who fled to Earth after their home planet Yumi Star exploded, take up residence in the Earth process. The style of these stories is almost similar to the setting of Haunted Kyutaro, which is a frequent theme in Fujiko's works. In the 1970s, the two artists' attitudes toward their work diverged greatly. Abiko began to shift his focus from shonen manga to works aimed at young men and adults. In Motaro Gakuru, Motaro's Coming, a shy and unpleasant character who is bullied takes brutal revenge against excessive bullying and bad behavior. Based on Abiko's hobby of golf, pro golfer Saru features the wild child Sarumaru who makes a living betting on golf and faces off against various golfers. Fujimoto, on the other hand, concentrated on shonen manga, and Doraemon, which began serialization in 1969, gradually gained popularity. The first anime adaptation of the series was made in 1973, but it ended without much fanfare, and the series ended in 1974. The series ended in 1974, but due to Fujimoto's strong attachment to the series, the original work was continued the following month, leading to a second anime adaptation. 1979 saw the second anime adaptation, and Doraemon became a huge hit. Doraemon is a story about a cat-like robot named Doraemon who is sent by a future child to change the life of Nobita, a lousy elementary school student, and uses various future tools to help him. The anime has been running since 1979, making it the second longest running anime in Japan. They wrote their works independently, but officially they were co-writers. However, their personalities gradually became known to readers, and Abiko was nicknamed Black Fujiko and Fujimoto White Fujiko. The 80s was the heyday of Fujiko anime, with Doraemon, Kaibutsu-kun, Ninja Hattori-kun, Herman, Kutaro the Ghost, Pro Golfer Saru, Esper Mami, Kaidoretsu Encyclopedia, and Laughing Salesman all being animated. It is said that there is not a child who has not seen a Fujiko animation. In addition, the first issue of Korokoro comic featuring Fujiko cartoons was published, and a feature-length Doraemon animation has been made into a movie every year since 1980. In 1987, they announced their intention to dissolve the duo. Abiko said, "Fujimoto has been doing only gags, but I want to do something different. However, if I draw extreme comics, it will hurt the Doraemon that Fujimoto has created, and I have to avoid that. I became more sociable and learned to drink and play golf, but Fujimoto never did any of those things. As a result, Fujimoto kept his boyish mind, while I did not, and this became apparent in his style." 9 years after the duo broke up, Fujimoto passed away in 1996. As a child of the 1980s, I am of the generation that has lived through the Fujiko anime and have a strong respect for them. I wish that Fujiko's works would spread more widely in the world. In my next article, I would like to explain about sports manga. If you enjoy it, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like.